You wouldn't throw away your car just because it runs out of fuel. So why throw away your printer cartridge just because it runs out of toner?
Hi, I'm Nick Mackay. In a single year around the world, we use millions of cartridges. And rather than throwing them away just because they've run out, remanufacturing offers a quality, environmentally friendly and economical alternative. Let's take a look inside a toner cartridge.
Well, a toner cartridge is a complex device which is made up of a number of components, each with a specific technical characteristic. Most importantly, we have a light-sensitive drum which carries the image from usually a printer or a fax machine onto the paper. The toner is basically the ink and has also a carrier such as a magnetic substance.
Even after a cartridge has been used, many of these sophisticated parts show little sign of wear. So what is the best thing to do with them when they've run out? When we throw away used cartridges, they end up in landfill, go to third world countries, or get incinerated. In landfill like this, it takes 300 to 1,000 years breaking down. So wherever it ends up, it's polluting the environment and is a waste of valuable resources.
Many of the cartridges that are recycled end up being granulated and turned into alternative products long before they have reached the end of their useful life. Recycling should be reserved for a cartridge at the end of its life. The sequence that gets the greatest benefit from any resource is to reduce first, then reuse, then recycle. The best option is remanufacturing. Toners that are sent back to a reputable remanufacturer are taken apart and refilled. The average toner cartridge can be reused in this way many times.
Well, remanufacturing involves a lot more than just refilling a cartridge with toner. It starts off with, first of all, the sorting, selection of the empty cartridge. Broken cartridges don't make it through the process. We recover what we can. Those parts we cannot use may go to other companies for recycling. The next part of the process is to disassemble the cartridge and to replace all of the used parts with brand new components. We fill the toner to a specific weight to give us a page yield and the print characteristics that we're looking for. Finally, there is a reassembly of the cartridge, and we 100% test each and every cartridge so that we can guarantee the quality and that the product is equivalent to the original.
By using a remanufactured cartridge, you reduce your consumption of new products. You reuse parts that can be used, and any damaged parts can be recycled.
Remanufacturing industries are not new. Even safety-conscious industries with the highest standards, such as aircraft manufacturers, make use of reprocessed parts.
Remanufacturing covers some 150 different industries, from trains and ammunition to automotive repairs, compressors, refrigeration systems. So why not imaging materials? Why not imaging supplies?
While the majority of cartridges we consume each year are new, the surprise is just how well established and competitive the remanufacturing industry actually is.
The cartridge remanufacturing industry had its beginnings in the mid-1980s when people were refusing to throw away a cartridge that they paid a lot of money for and looked like some substantial product. Why throw it in the trash?
Globally, there are 13,000 remanufacturing companies, and probably 100,000 employees and individuals involved in remanufacturing around the world. If we break that up into 4 regions, if we look at North America, South America, Europe and Asia Pacific, then the numbers are fairly evenly distributed.
So, on average, remanufactured toner cartridges make up between 15 and 30% of the global market.
The second largest brand of cartridges sold in the world after Hewlett-Packard are the remanufactured brand. We are by far number 2, and everybody else, Lexmark, Canon, they all come behind us in total global market share.
The remanufacturing industry has grown to a significant global industry with a wide range of publications and regular trade shows for exchanging information and knowledge.
We really have trade shows as an opportunity to learn, whether it's new products on the show floor or in education sessions. And it's an open industry. People are really willing to share. We have a real true community, and you can experience that either in the magazine or on the trade show floor.
The commitment to quality by remanufacturers is demonstrated by their financial commitment to research and development.
We've been involved in this industry 15 years ago. We put in well over $100 million ourselves. And if you look at on a worldwide basis, from the time this industry sprang into life more than 17 years ago, it's going to be in the many billions of dollars.
Many suppliers or remanufacturers nowadays have joined what is known as the International Standardized Test Method Committee. The STM was formulated many years ago, making up 33 representatives of the international copier and printer markets to put together a criteria to testing laser toner printer cartridges. It takes into account the 4 key or fundamental areas of a laser printer toner cartridge: yield, or the amount of pages you're getting, the density or how dark the pages, the background or unwanted toner to non-print areas, and also the package integrity. To be accredited to STM, a remanufacturer has to undergo extensive training to purchase and know how to use the equipment and to undergo annual reviews.
The rigorous standards developed by the industry mean that you can feel confident that you are not compromising on quality or getting an inferior product when you purchase a remanufactured cartridge.
When remanufacturers post-test a cartridge, they'll do a series of copies. The idea is to test that the cartridge is put together properly and is working as to their expectation.
The remanufacturing industry as a whole represents significant competition to the original equipment manufacturers, or OEMs, and they have responded to this in a number of ways.
The OEMs have used every conceivable tactic, depending on the particular OEM involved. The OEMs were very adamant about this way of using their technology that they developed to create an aftermarket channel that detracted from their own sales. They would have you use the cartridge once and discard it, but instead people were reusing it.
The original equipment manufacturers, they're throwing many obstacles at the industry that we have to overcome to continue to be able to provide good quality toner cartridges to the end users. Just to name a few would be mechanical, where they make it difficult for us to get into the cartridge and physically change the components that need to be replaced. They're changing OPCs and toners to make it more difficult for the industry to stay on top of technology. They also started putting smart chips on their toner cartridges that we have to marry with the printer that says it's okay for this toner cartridge to work in the printer. Some are doing that more fairly than others. Other original equipment manufacturers are taking the courts to block us as an industry.
10 years ago, remanufacturers dealt mainly with 4 cartridge types. Now, they have to deal with over 60 different cartridge types. Now, this requires more research, additional stock, and limits the supply of empties. Some OEMs take back used cartridges or sponsor schemes to collect and granulate cartridges. Now, this further limits the supply of empties and in some cases, returned or collected cartridges have been dumped in third world countries, leaving poverty-stricken villages like Gaoyu in China with an appalling environmental legacy. Each cartridge that is buried, sent to a third world country or granulated is an opportunity lost. The remanufacturing industry is actively lobbying for legislation that prohibits or discourages the use of anti-recycling devices attached to cartridges. This is having some success in Europe and parts of North America. Legislation is needed which rewards the manufacturer of reusable printer cartridges. Locally based remanufacturing of cartridges ensures that they are not dumped out of sight, destroyed unnecessarily, or used to make counterfeit products. Reusing cartridges makes a lot of environmental sense. It takes up to 3 litres of oil to make one new toner cartridge, and that doesn't include transportation costs. So wasting this much of our precious fossil fuel is something I'm not prepared to do. Plus it takes 20 times more energy to make a new cartridge than to reuse one. It's simply best to reuse them.
Environmental organisations like Landcare in Australia are giving remanufacturers awards for their environmental practices, for handling such things as paper, plastics, and now even toner.
Recycling technology is continually developing, and remanufacturers are at the cutting edge of this evolution.
After reusing a cartridge as many times as possible, remanufacturers can responsibly recycle their waste. I'm here at a remanufacturing facility where in actual fact all their waste is discarded properly. This includes cardboard, paper, metal, aluminium, plastic and toner. After reusing the printer cartridge as many times as practical, we have a great new solution for the recycled plastic. We granulate it and make into great products like this 100% recycled bench. At this reclaimed tip, you can see things like bridges, signage, bollards, and a whole range of plastic products.
The energy consumed in transport is also reduced by remanufacturing and reusing cartridges close to where they were first used. Reuse of materials also reduces the environmental damage caused by the exploitation and processing of raw materials. The vast majority of new cartridges are produced in China, but by buying locally remanufactured products, you help create jobs in your home country. In Australia and New Zealand alone, the industry creates close to 1,500 jobs and is estimated to employ nearly 100,000 people globally. The economic benefits spread to you as well. Remanufactured cartridges are much less expensive than their new counterparts.
The price of inkjet ink is based on the number of milliliters that you sell. And typically cartridges has 30 milliliters of ink and sells for $30. That's $1,000 per liter. A liter is almost equal to a quart. Imagine buying a bottle of whatever for $1,000 per quart. It's certainly more expensive than the best champagne and probably some of the oldest vintage wines. It is absolutely ludicrous. It only costs probably $4 to $5 per liter to manufacture, and it's being sold for $1,000 per liter. They've enhanced the crime by reducing the number of milliliters they're putting in a cartridge down from 30 to 20. So you have to run out to the store and buy another one. The beautiful part of that is the remanufacturers can flourish because they are charging a more realistic price. The argument that the remanufacturers have is, look, energy is a vital resource. We've got to conserve energy. We've got to think about all of the unemployed people walking around in this country. We've got to think about our own economy. Those 3 E's, employment, energy, economy, they are all factors that are the basis for remanufacturing.
Remanufacturing also supports the 3 R's: reduce, reuse and recycle. Remanufacturing cartridges in the communities in which they are used is the local solution for a global challenge. But take care when choosing a supplier of printer cartridges. There are counterfeit as well as poor quality cartridges generally available. The easiest way to find reputable companies is to visit the website of the professional remanufacturing trade associations. Now, these associations promote quality remanufacturing of printer cartridges and work to ensure ethical business practices of their members. These are the only companies that you should deal with. Then, ask your supplier some tough questions.
Yeah, hi. I was wondering if you're a member of a trade association.
The short answer is yes. All the cartridges we sell are remanufactured by members of a cartridge association.
Does that mean that each cartridge is fully remanufactured?
Yes, the various components are tested and the cartridge is rebuilt with fresh toner.
Sounds like a remanufactured cartridge is as good as a branded new one.
That's right. That's why we have guarantees.
Guarantees? What guarantees?
Well, we offer the same guarantee as a branded new cartridge. A full money-back guarantee on the cartridge itself, as well as a warranty on your printer if damaged by a faulty cartridge. But our cartridges will not damage your printer.
I like the cost savings and environmental benefits of purchasing your cartridges, but do you recycle?
As an environmentally friendly business, we're committed to recycling whatever waste products we can. Now, this includes paper, cardboard, plastics, metal, as well as toner. This is one of the objectives of our trade association.
Good, that's important to me too.
Remanufacturing hits all three of the big R's: reduce, reuse and recycle, and practices true product stewardship. Everyone can play a role in reducing landfill, creating jobs and supporting the environment. And by using ACRA members, you are guaranteed quality inks, toners and components during the remanufacturing process. So next time you need to use a toner cartridge, there is a better way. Try a remanufactured cartridge.